Hi everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the new Neca Ultimate Thanksgiving No Leftovers John Carver figure. So before we take a look at John Carver, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the awesome accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with his hat, and this is a pretty secure fit on the head. With the mask and the way the head's sculpted, I wasn't sure how tight of a fit it would be, but yeah, it stays on there really well. Up next, he comes with this timer, and this is surprisingly detailed for such a small piece. It's cast in white plastic and has a nice black wash over the front here, and you can actually make out all of the numbers. I thought that was really impressive. And it's even detailed here on the back too. So yeah, this is a pretty cool and detailed small accessory. Up next, he comes with the tighter gripping accessory holding hands for the smaller accessories. Up next, he comes with this knife and fork. I wish this would have been bloody, and this as well, or maybe have that bit of skin on it from that scene in the movie. Still pretty cool accessories nonetheless. Up next, he comes with his alternate hands for holding the electric cutter. These are the trigger finger hands. And this looks really good. I like that you get a little bit of bloody paint here on the blade. And the only other sort of paint detail is the button here on top. But that still looks pretty cool. Up next, he comes with the corkscrew. And this is the only hand that I've found actually holds it well, is the trigger finger hand. I'm actually surprised that they put a wash on the handle. It's such a tiny accessory that Neca didn't have to do that, but they did. So that looks pretty cool. Up next, he comes with an alternate left hand for holding the tripod here with the phone attached to it. And this is actually detailed really well. Let's go ahead and take this out of his hand here. So it's kind of hard to see, but you can actually see that there's a picture of John Carver on here. This is just a sticker. You can see the comments and the emojis going up on the screen there. This is a really awesome accessory. And the back is also detailed pretty well too. So yeah, this is an accessory that I didn't think Neca would make, but I'm really happy that they did. Up next, he comes with his wider accessory holding hands for the bigger accessories, and his axe here. And I think it looks pretty good. Would have been cool if there would have been a little bit of bloody paint to that. And they actually printed the wood grain on here. I thought it was sculpted on it, looks so good. But no, now that I'm feeling it, it's completely smooth. So they actually printed that on there. That's a pretty convincing print, I have to say. Up next, he comes with this pitchfork. And man, the sculpt and paint detail to this is incredible. You get some really nice texturing to the end right here, as well as some subtle touches of brown paint to make it look like it's rusted. That looks really good. The texturing to the handle is done very, very well, and it has a wash over top of it that brings out all of that texturing. So yeah, this accessory, this might be my favorite accessory from the set. It's just detailed very, very well. Up next, he comes with his bloody mask, and man, I love this one. This might be my favorite faceplate from this set. I actually thought this was interchangeable head sculpts for some reason, but no, it's actually faceplates. And this is detailed really nicely. The paint variation over top of the mask, that orangish color right there, that's actually all printed on there. That's all print detailing. And then you get a wash over top of the hair. That looks really good. So popping this off is really easy. And I think the most awesome thing is there's actually a face underneath there. I honestly figured it'd just be blank. But yeah, they actually detailed that pretty nicely. I mean, he does kind of have a hole in his forehead from where you switch the masks out. But yeah, I think it's really cool that they actually sculpted the mask under there. This might be the My Bloody Valentine miner head reused. It kind of does look similar to me, but don't quote me on that. Up next, he comes with the melted mask. And again, painted really nicely. I like the sculpt to where it's melting right there, as well as the paint variation there. Man, I can't decide which head sculpt I like more, the bloody one or this one. They both look really, really cool. And finally, he comes with his faceplate with the microphone on it. And this is another really cool head sculpt. Definitely not my favorite out of the three, but it's still detailed really nicely. The mic does feel really fragile though, like if you bump it, you could break it. So I'll probably display this figure with one of the other head sculpts, just so I don't bump this and break it. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the figure. So taking a look at the rest of the figure, we get this real soft goods apron, and this looks really awesome. You can see it says Thanksgiving right there, as well as that cartoony turkey, and that looks really good. It is just tied here in the back. If you want to take that off, you can. I'll probably leave this on him, though. I really like the way that looks on him. As for the body, this is a reuse from Michael Myers, which I think is actually really smart. You know, Neca doesn't really do a whole lot of reuse unless they do like a second version of a figure or repaint or something like that. So I think it makes sense to get some more use out of this Michael Myers mold. So here Michael Myers and John Carver are next to each other. And I might be wrong, I think this overlay piece is actually brand new. So yeah, it doesn't look to be the same as this. They are definitely similar, but you can see that the wrinkles are sculpted entirely differently on the overlay piece. As for the lower arms though, you can see that the sculpted wrinkles are in the exact same place, so they do reuse that. As well as the upper and lower arm on the right side, which as I said doesn't bother me. I think that's actually pretty smart, getting some more reuse out of this mold. The legs are reused as well. The shoes are different, so they did of course change the shoes. But yeah, the body mold shares a lot of pieces to Michael Myers here. You get a little bit of sculpt detail to his leather gloves right here. I think that sculpt looks really good with the wrinkles and the glossy black plastic. And as I said, you get these brand new shoes for him, just cast in black. But I like how detailed the soles of his shoes are. They really detail that nicely. So now, let's go ahead and go over John Carver's articulation. So let's go ahead and take this off. He has a ball-jointed neck that really doesn't move up or down. I think it might just be because the joint is really tight. I might just have to heat this up and pop it off. But yeah, right now as is, it doesn't move up or down. Really doesn't move side to side unless you force it. And it doesn't move around at all. He has shoulders. The right side moves out a little more than the left. I don't know why I get so many figures that the left side doesn't move out as far as the right. That's really weird to me. He has double jointed elbows that can bend in that far. Does swivel side to side up here, as well as down here at the forearm. On these wider accessory holding hands, he has regular swivels that move up and down and spin all the way around. And on the other hands, he has hinges. He actually does have articulation up here in the diaphragm, maybe even the waist. But since this is an overlay piece, it does hinder all the articulation. You don't get any articulation out of that. He has ball-jointed hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward really, really far. Those ball-jointed hips work really, really well. He can kick back all the way. He has a very slight thigh swivel. Single-jointed knees that feel really, really fragile. Feels like I'm going to break them moving them any more than that. Does move side to side up here. He has ankles that can move down all the way. If you get this just the right way, you can actually get his ankles moving up all the way. Because the way they sculpted this right here, it gives enough clearance to move up that much. It does move side to side up here in the shin. And then you get a decent ankle rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to Michael Myers from Halloween Kills. Here he is next to the newest Leatherface Ultimate. And finally, here he is next to Ghostface. And Ghostface is a lot smaller than him. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up if you can find it. I didn't get the original version for some reason, so I'm glad to finally have a version of John Carver in my collection. I think this is really cool, and you get a bunch of cool accessories. I especially love the detail to all of the faceplates. I think that looks really good, and I'm really glad that we get that cloth apron, real fabric apron. That is really cool. I guess that one nitpick that I have is we still don't have an actual turkey accessory. In the promo shots there was a turkey accessory, which I'm assuming was just for photography purposes. But we've gotten 4 John Carver figures, and none have actually came with a Thanksgiving turkey. But aside from that, I think this is a really cool figure. As I said, I didn't get the original one, so I'm really glad to have this one. You know, I really like the accessories on this one, and the faceplates. I think the faceplates on this one are better than the original release. So yeah, if you see this, definitely pick it up. I think it's a really cool figure. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.